box standard primitive, parameters rollout. So let's create a standard box. I'll go down, pick a box, and I'm just going to create, let's go there, and let's go really tall. All right. And you can see over here in the parameters, the first set of parameters we have is the length, width, and height. And we've already talked about that in a previous video. Down here we have the length segs, width segs, and height segs. Now these segs are for the number of segments or divisions in each axis. So you can break it up into more segments. Down here we have generate mapping coordinates. This is on by default. And this is used when we want to project an appropriate mapping coordinate for typically materials. And we want those texture mapping materials to be applied to the box. So by default it's on. And then we have the real world map size, which is to set the scale of those texture maps materials applied to the box to real world scale. So for example, if you want a brick or concrete masonry unit, concrete block, it would be applied as an 8-inch by 16-inch block. And so if you check that on, it will make everything real world size, but not everything is real world size. So you have to be careful with this. All right. So once again, the parameters are your length, width, and height. That's the size of the box. The segments are the divisions or segments of each axis of the object. And down here is for essentially texture mapping materials to be draped over our boxes, how we want to handle those. And the generate the mapping coordinates is on by default, and it automatically puts a projection appropriate to the scale of the box, the size of the shape and box. And the real world matches real world sizes of materials.